These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
I'm Jane Caffrey with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. As we track storm chances around the state, the White Sage and Dragon Bravo fires continue to burn in the high country. At last check, the White Sage fire is just around 53,000 acres and 4% containment. As for Dragon Bravo, it has no containment and is up to about 9,200 acres. Right now, businesses desperately want a reassessment, hoping some parts of the North Rim could be reopened and business could keep going, but they're preparing for the more likely outcome.
There's very few jobs when you come to a remote place like this. There aren't that many opportunities like you'd have in a large city. So to lose all the facilities, the lodging on the North Rim, essentially there's going to be a scramble for folks to find what's next.
And you just heard from a shuttle operator driving hikers the 4 hours each way between the North and South Rims. He says the South Rim may be open, but without the North Rim in operation, he will likely have to close his business. Elsewhere in the valley, the 202 is back open after a deadly crash in Mesa near Broadway Road. We're told a pickup truck hit a bridge barrier and caught fire on impact. Video from the scene showing Good Samaritans rushing to help the truck's driver, who was alone in that vehicle. Sadly, DPS has confirmed that the driver did not survive. No word yet on what led up to this crash. Watching Washington tonight as publicly funded news outlets are at risk of going off the air. The Senate voting today on whether to pull back $9.4 billion in federal funding, which includes cutting $1.1 billion in funding from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. That's a corporation that supports NPR and PBS stations across the country. The funding is crucial in rural and tribal areas, helping to provide educational programming, essential information that communities otherwise might not be available to see, and highlighting indigenous cultures. Coming up later tonight at 6, we'll hear more about how local stations are bracing for these potential cuts. In today's Impact Earth report, SRP is recycling more than 500 tons of waste, including previously unrecyclable wooden utility poles. Now, how this works is the electric company will strip Valley utility poles of any existing wires and cables, then transport that recyclable material to a recycling company in New Mexico. That's where the poles will then get repurposed for building structures like fences and small bridges.
SRP wants to lead the way in diverting materials from landfills so that they can be used for the foreseeable future, and that our products can be reused or reimagined in different ways so that they can keep their life cycle in an entirely new fashion.
SRP hopes to divert 95% of its industrial waste from landfills by the year 2035 and to achieve zero industrial landfill waste by 2050. During this hot summer, the day and night air conditioning, heating, and plumbing team is supporting our furry friends. The Arizona Humane Society South Campus just received a fantastic gift, a new $18,000 air conditioner. This generous donation will ensure that all of those sweet shelter pets can stay cool and comfortable during our scorching summer. Well, congratulations to the local students out there who just finished the first day of the school year. It's only July 16th, but thousands of students across these districts are back in the classroom. One of the problems, though, that districts around the state are facing right now is an ongoing shortage of bus drivers. ABC 15's Jamie Warren is at Chandler Transportation Yard with more.
Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens. We've got a chance for showers and thunderstorms across the state tonight. Gusty winds, lightning, heavy rain, and in the valley, the best chances will be overnight, starting after 10 p.m., continuing into early tomorrow morning. As we head into Friday, storm chances tapering off to about 10%, and then they'll dry out completely as we head into the weekend. Temperatures will be getting hotter, too, as that drier air moves in. But for the next 24 hours or so, not only do we have monsoon moisture coming in, we've got a little area of low pressure providing the instability needed to get some storms going across our state. Then that clears out. High pressure, our monsoon ridge heads farther east, and so does the main plume of monsoon moisture. It's going to be trending through New Mexico and West Texas through the weekend instead of up into Arizona. So our forecast, as I mentioned, will dry out and get hotter starting Saturday. We're at 107 degrees. Sunday and Monday also at 107, and then slight chances for isolated storms back in the forecast toward the middle of next week.